name is Michaela, and I'm one of the co-founders at Vessi. Vessi makes ridiculously comfortable 100% waterproof sneakers that you can actually wear all year round. You know, growing up, we loved traveling, like me and my co-founders, and we're always stuck with that thing, like, should we be bringing 3 pairs of shoes when we travel? Why can't there be that one pair that you can take with you when it's sunny, when it's snowing, when it's raining? And voila, that's pretty much where Vessi came from. That one pair that you can wear through any season, any weather, every day.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Vancouver's Morning Show. This morning, we're going to take a little bit of a deep dive into one of Vessi's co-founders, Michaela Go, and learn about what a local company, Vessi, is really about. Please give a warm welcome to Michaela Go. Michaela, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Vessi has been very successful in Canada and North America, especially in the last, 7 years since you established the company.
Yeah.
So, why choose the United Kingdom as your next target market?
Thank you for asking this question. When we think about where Vessi can truly add value, we look for markets where our product solves a real everyday challenge.
Yeah.
In Canada, that was rain and snow. The UK shares a similar climate, as we all know, but with an even denser urban population. Every rainy morning in London is a reminder that waterproof, sustainable footwear is not just convenient, it's essential.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond weather, the UK consumer is highly engaged with sustainability and expects brands to prove their commitments.
Some would argue that the UK is already a super competitive market, especially with brands like Nike, Adidas, Hunter, and so on. So how would you say that Vessi can compete with companies like that in such a competitive battlefield?
Yeah, I know, that's a great question, and it's true. The UK is one of the most competitive footwear markets in the world, but also why it's so attractive for us is that competition signals demand.
Yep.
And what set us apart is that we are not trying to be everything to everyone. Nike sells performance, Hunter, as you said, sells tradition, Vessi sells innovation, and waterproof sneakers that merge function, fashion, and sustainability. Our advantage is focus. We solve one problem better than anyone else, and that's what gives us permission to build loyalty in a crowded market like UK.
So my next question for you, expanding internationally brings so many different challenges, political, economic, legal challenges, especially with, in the UK, Brexit as of recent, the COVID-19 pandemic and inflation after that, stuff like that. So how do you plan on navigating these issues?
That's a critical point. Brexit adds complexity to logistics, but it also means the UK is eager to attract foreign direct investment, especially from brands that create jobs and innovation, as I mentioned the previous question. Inflation and currency risk are real. So we are implementing hedging strategies and starting with a phased rollout to minimize exposure.
Mm-hmm.
On the legal front, the UK has some of the strictest standards for advertising and sustainability claims. Frankly, I see that as a strength. It forces every brand to back up their words with evidence, and for us, that transparency is part of our DNA.
Okay, so culture plays a huge role in how products are received internationally. Do you think that Canadians and Brits think alike, or will you have to adapt to new challenges?
Both cultures share strong individualism,
Mm-hmm.
so people want products that fit their lifestyle. But Brits score higher in long-term orientation, meaning they care deeply about enduring commitments not short-term trends. That's good news for us. Our sustainability promise isn't seasonal, it's permanent. However, the UK also has a sharper sense of competition and achievement than Canada. That means our messaging has to emphasize not just function but also performance and pride in choosing a product that works better and lasts longer.
So, Michaela, as you were just showing me, Hofstede's cultural dimensions comparing Canada and the United Kingdom, can you walk us through what that means for Vessi's strategy?
Yeah, of course. Let me show you the chart first and everyone can see it. The chart shows that both Canada and the UK score very highly on individualism, meaning people want products that fits their lifestyle, not one size fits all solution. That's encouraging for Vessi because our shoes are designed to solve an everyday personal frustration, wet feet. But the chart also shows that the UK ranks higher in long-term orientation and masculinity. What does that mean for us? It means British consumers expect brands to demonstrate staying powerful, not just seasonal buzz. They also value performance and achievement. So when we position Vessi in the UK, we are not just saying here's a comfortable waterproof shoe. We are saying here's a shoe that performs, lasts, and represents a smarter choice for the future. The chart helps us translate cultural data into a practical market entry strategy.
Michaela, what does the roadmap look like for Vessi? How do you take the company from being a newcomer to a trusted brand in the UK?
The story unfolds in phases. Phase 1 is digital, localization, e-commerce platform priced in GBP, supported by a UK warehouse. Phase 2 is experiential pop-ups in London and Manchester, the most biggest city in the UK, letting people walk into a rain room and test Vessi for themselves. Phase 3 is scale. Partnership with retailers like Selfridge and deeper community engagement through sustainability initiatives. Success is not just measured in sales, but in providing that a Canadian innovation can thrive abroad while staying authentic.
Michaela, thank you so much for sharing this vision. We really appreciate you having on today.
Thank you for having me today. It was so fun. It's an exciting chapter for us, and the UK is just the beginning of our goal. Is not only to sell shoes, but to prove that a Canadian brand built on innovation and sustainability can thrive on the global stage. The UK will test our strategy, our resilience, and our promise to customers. If we succeed here, it won't just validate Vessi, it will show that consumers everywhere are ready for products that respect both people and the planet. This is more than an expansion, it's start of a global movement. Thank you.
Thank you, Michaela. Thank you guys for tuning in. Next up, we have 8 a.m. news and how wildfires are burning throughout the province.